What's in your wallet and how you use it to pay for your goods is changing. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. The fear of your credit card being used for fraudulent charges isn't something that many really don't think about until it actually happens.
New technology is rolling out that's geared to greatly reduce the chances of it ever happening. Valley News Team's Cornelius Hawker tells us what you need to know regarding the gold chip that most of us are now carrying around in our wallets and pocketbooks.
By now, you've probably heard about the changes that are taking place whenever it comes to how you use your debit or credit card. But what do those changes mean for you, and what does it have to do with this gold chip?
The chip on the card adds a layer of protection that when it interacts with the terminal, when you insert your card into the terminal, it creates a unique transaction that can't be duplicated and used for fraud in a purchase later.
Jennifer is certain that though it's different than how it's always been done, people will get used to inserting their cards and come to understand its further increased protection. Starting October 1st, all retailers across the United States who don't upgrade to the microchip card payment system will be liable for fraud that happens at their stores if the customer has a chip card and can't utilize it in their business.
In order for the protection, the added security to work, all partners need to work together. So the merchant needs the terminal that reads the chip. The issuer, like Gate City Bank, needs to issue the chip card. And it's an EMV chip, which means EuroPay, MasterCard, Visa. So all three of those got together and developed this processing that adds this layer of protection.
Cornelius Hawker, Valley News Live.
Most big retailers have already upgraded their payment systems. The downside, however, is the wait time. You can expect longer lines as people get used to this technology and for cards to completely interact with the network.
A recent string of robberies has left many in the South Fargo area worried. Police met with community members tonight hoping to answer questions about safety. And you can see there was a lot of people, nearly 90 attended the meeting. Fargo police opened the forum with their announcement that they've made one arrest in connection to two convenience store robberies near the area. Now, a 48-year-old man is behind bars tonight. Police arrested Rodney Anderson. Anderson's charged with 2 counts of robbery. Investigators tied him to robberies at Casey's on South University Drive on September 20th and Holiday along 32nd Avenue South on September 23rd. Fargo Police Chief says that he's eager to make more arrests for the other 4 convenience store crimes.
In those cases, we feel those are done by individuals or 2 people that are involved. And so we don't feel that it's gang-related or an organized activity.
Chief Todd says when Fargo police officers make arrests, that's when they say the crime stops. He adds that they are assigning more officers to specifically monitor the street crimes in the area.
Still no sign of the woman who robbed a Bremer bank in Grand Forks this afternoon. Here's what she looks like as seen from a security camera inside the bank. Police say she's possibly Hispanic, about 5 feet tall, weighing 200 pounds. She was wearing gray sweatpants and a white baggy t-shirt at the time of the robbery. That robbery took place at the bank off of Washington Street around 1:30 this afternoon. Police say the woman walked into the bank, showed a weapon, and took off on foot with an undisclosed amount of cash. No one was injured in the incident.
With commercials everywhere advertising fantasy football leagues with huge payouts, we wanted to know, are they legal? Well, turns out they are. The federal government ruled in 2006 that fantasy sports are a game of skill. That means feel free to sign up and win big or lose big, too. But here in North Dakota, it's illegal to set up a fantasy league and take money with a prize awarded at the end of the season. It could cost you 5 years in prison and $10,000 in fines.
No, I've never heard of anyone being prosecuted with a felony for a fantasy football league, so it's kind of shocking to me.
Now, bottom line, fantasy football sports is legal. You just need to read the fine print and realize the law varies from state to state.
Bail has been set at $100,000 for a man accused of attempting to rape a woman in South Fargo. Michael Trulove is facing several charges, including attempted gross sexual imposition and aggravated assault. Officials were called to an apartment yesterday, and when they arrived, they heard a woman screaming inside. The victim told police that Trulove had tried to rape her. Now, the judge in the case today ordered Trulove to have no contact with the victim. And if you need help uncovering fraud or corruption in your community, here's some advice. Call our whistleblower hotline. We'll do our best to get to the bottom of it. 701-237-6576. Call that number and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth.
Leaders from the Moorhead and DGF school districts are looking to change boundary lines by next school year. For DGF, leaders want the adjustments to include an area where the students already attend their school. Moorhead leaders aren't sure that they want to give up that ground because of lost state funding. Today, both sides agreed to sit down and work out differences, which could be a challenge.
We've had some solutions, some options, but they haven't been equal for both school districts. So we're really working hard to find an option, but it's not easy.
The land in question is east of Dilworth. If the two districts can reach common ground, the matter still has to be approved by the state legislature.
A laboratory at the University of Minnesota is housing 2 refrigerators that are filled with an invasive nemesis of Minnesota lakes. The Minnesota Aquatic Invasive Species Research Center is helping to solve the state's problem with zebra mussels. And in those refrigerators are extracts of DNA, the beginning of research that one day could help them wipe them out. Researchers are mapping the genetic fingerprint of the zebra mussel. Within 2 years, they expect the genetic map to help them create an actual map of the movements of the species across the state. And this research, hopefully, will be able to show the origin of zebra mussels.
Valley